Hi everyone, I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video, I'm going to give you guys a review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. So I just got done posting this written review on my website, and I wanted to put together this video walkthrough showing you guys exactly what I'm talking about with some of these features and such. So let's go ahead and get this thing started here. So first thing I want to talk about is the hardware. So there's 3 models available of the Samsung Galaxy Tab, the 4 series here. So they just released these in May. So there's 3 different models. You got the 7-inch model, that's the one you see right here. There's also an 8-inch model and then the 10-inch model. So they all basically have the same exact specs. The only difference is like each one has the same 1280 by 800 resolution screen. So the bigger ones have the same resolution screen as this one. So this one has the highest pixel density of the bunch. That was one thing that I was wondering about when I bought this, is about the pixel density, because it's not as high as some other tablets like the Kindle Fire HD and the new Nexus 7, the 2nd gen Nexus 7. So I wanted to just check it out and see what it looks like in person. I've never bought a Samsung tablet before, and I do like the screen. It's actually a lot better than I thought it would be for a lower resolution screen. Samsung does have really nice screens. It's got really good color and really strong viewing angles. If you go to the side, yeah, it definitely has really strong viewing angles. Kind of reminds me, obviously Samsung and iPad screens go hand in hand, so it does remind me of iPad screens somewhat. So the difference with the lower resolution screen, so if you're viewing some text like this, it's not going to be as clear as, say, the Nexus 7 2nd gen. I'll be posting a comparison between this and the 2nd gen Nexus 7 after this review, so if you wanted to see that, stay tuned for that one. But what I was saying is, you can still totally read this on this screen. I mean, it's still very clear if you didn't want to use text mode. But it definitely is a little bit clearer on the high resolution tablets, there's no question. But I'm definitely impressed with the clarity and the colors of the Samsung's screen, and just on this one with the lower resolution. So I'm actually don't have any problems with the screen. I was kind of thought I might, but it's actually pretty nice. So as far as the other features go, we've got there's a micro SD card slot down there in the far corner, and then there's also a IR sensor right there, so you can use this thing as a remote control. And there's a volume and power button right there, and there's also a microphone. On the back there's a 1 speaker down here in the bottom corner. It doesn't sound great, it's okay, but definitely heard better on other tablets. And we've got a 3 megapixel camera right there in the center. Of course, USB down here. So what's cool about Samsung's tablets is they have more of a refined look to them for sure than some of the other Android tablets I've reviewed. They definitely use the design from their phones. If you've seen Samsung's phones, they look very similar to this. They have this silver edge that goes around, and they got the same sort of button layout. So this is kind of something different with Samsung's tablets too. They got their own dedicated buttons. So there's this actual home button. It's not a sensor, it's an actual button. And then it does have sensors for recent apps, and then a back button's a sensor. So with like most Android tablets, these are actually part of the screen. They have like a bar that goes down here that the buttons are a part of. So the Samsung tablets, they got their own separate buttons down here, so you get a little more screen real estate without that bar down here, and it looks a little bit cleaner. So that's another thing, big difference with Samsung's tablets and phones is, of course, they have their own custom interface here. So this runs Android 4.4 KitKat and has all the benefits of that. I don't know of any features that are available on the Nexus 7 software-wise that aren't available on this. I mean, it has all the usual KitKat features, but Samsung uses their own custom skins, basically. They have their own menus. As you can see right here, you've got their own custom menu, which is easier than, I kind of like it better than stock Android, because you got the buttons right there. You can turn Wi-Fi on and off just with a tap instead of actually having to go in the settings menu. And of course, if you come into settings, you're going to get a completely different look as well. Like I said, Samsung has their own menus and their own that just have everything set up with their own setup here. So I really like it though, because the color and the background, the fonts actually look really clear. So that actually benefits the lower resolution screens. That you don't. This is one of the reasons you don't really notice that it's a lower resolution screen as much on this tablet, because everything's scaled up a bit here. So I mean, and then the custom menus, the fonts, they just are bigger. Everything looks clearer. Let me show you exactly what I mean. I'll show you by a comparison here. Okay, so this is the Hisense Sera 7 Pro. I reviewed this last year. It's got the same resolution screen as the Samsung tablet. Like I was saying before, it's got the menu bar down here with the buttons additional and everything. So what I'm saying is, like, Samsung has their own custom look. Everything right there is like at the white background with the dark text. So the standard Android was white text on a black background. And everything is just a little bit smaller, as you notice. Like the names for apps are quite a bit smaller than they are on the Samsung tablet. So everything's been scaled up a bit, so it actually benefits that lower resolution screen. Makes things look clearer than it actually I thought it would be. Okay, so the most unique aspect of Samsung's customizations is the multi window. If you have multi-window on right there, when it's green, it's enabled, and then you can hold the back button, or you can swipe from the left here or from the right, and you bring up this additional list right here. So what this list is the apps that you can use in multitasking mode. So that means you can have two apps open at once. So let's just drag an app here. And then if we want to add another app, so if you want to have the web browser and like YouTube open at the same time, we can have both of these apps open at the same time, and it opens up this pane here. So this is really a unique feature for Samsung's devices. You can go ahead and customize the height of each app window. So there's also some additional features if you tap on here. So let's go ahead and open up a Note app. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this other web browser, since I had my review there, we can actually take aspects from that window and put it over into this window. So let's go ahead and see. Here's also when the keyboard pops up when you have dual app mode going. It has this little smaller keyboard, so it doesn't obscure the whole app. So what I was saying earlier is we can actually take text from this one and drag it into this one, but we got to do that by activating it with this right here. So if we hit this little icon right here, drag and drop a paragraph of text or a screenshot from the image into the other window. So this is what you do. You just drag it down in here, and then you get you can add notes to your Note app easily that way. So that's definitely one of the benefits of having the dual window mode thing, where you can have these two apps open at the same time. And then there's also a couple additional things right here, like if you just wanted to switch which app was on top, and then we could just go full screen on one of those apps. So that's definitely a unique feature for Samsung's tablets as far as that goes. I have not had that feature on any other tablets, and I gotta say it's pretty useful. It's pretty cool. So there are some limitations with it though. Let me show you here. It doesn't work with all your apps. So where's the edit button? There's usually an edit button right here. Oh, here we go. So these are the apps that it works with, as you can see right here. So basically text-based apps, some e-reading apps like Moon Reader app works, and the Google Playbooks app. You'll notice the Kindle app's not on here, so you can't use that Kindle app in dual window mode. I've got the other Notes apps here, like email. So it works well with email. Like if you wanted to move something from your gallery into your email, or the email that you're sending, then that kind of works well too. So it's kind of a cool feature, and it's definitely unique to Samsung's tablets. One of the other just slightly unique aspects is, I held that too long. If we just pop this up right here, you get your recent apps window in here, and you can also close all your apps right there and open up the task manager from in here. So that's something that's not available like on stock Android devices. So Samsung has a couple of custom widgets. So like this widget, you can add stocks and show your calendar events and weather and such. We got these, of course, that you can add calendar widgets on here. All that stuff is in here, just the same as any old Android tablet. Just go ahead and drag whatever you want to the. This isn't going to fit there. I guess it might. So that's basically the same as any Android tablet. Okay, so this is just a quick look at gaming test. This game, Asphalt 7, runs well. Graphics look really good. Does stutter every once in a while from now and then, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay at all. So for the most part, this comes set up just like any Android tablet. You got the whole suite of the usual Google apps all come pre-installed, and it has the access to Google Play Store, of course. It also has a couple of Samsung exclusive apps, like you got the Handcom Office that comes with it for viewing PDF files and Office files. We got, like I said, this thing works as a remote control, so you got the Watch On app. You can get the regular Kindle app on here, as I talked before in a different video, or you can get the Kindle for Samsung app, and it gives you a free ebook per month if you use that app. It's an exclusive deal to Samsung's devices, so that's one way to get a free ebook. So pretty much, like I said, it's just like any other tablet as far as setting up and running apps goes. This device does come with GPS, and it does have Bluetooth. It does not have like a Wi-Fi or HDMI port. Of course it has Wi-Fi. It doesn't have an HDMI port. It has dual band Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review right here. Check out the ebookreader.com. I have that written review on there for some additional details. And I'm also going to post some comparison reviews after this video. So if you wanted to see this compared to the Nexus 7 or the Kindle Fire HDX, check out those reviews as well, and I'll have those posted shortly. So thank you for watching, and you have a good day.